Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mortal Jellyfish video. Today I'm trying something slightly different. I'm trying to make this gameplay slightly faster while just voicing over it. That way I can still give you the walk through guide while also maybe making this video less than like a 30-minute guide on how to solo Fallen. So what we're doing here today is we have the DJ build. So you're going to need Cowboy, Mortar, Outlaw, Commander, and DJ for this. So first off, obviously the simple normal, you skip wave 1 into 2 and then skip 2 into 3, place your first Cowboy at wave 3. That's what you're gonna see coming up. So basically there's also the you can see the original version of this, which is the Autumn Falling. I'll put that link in the description for you in case you want to try this same loadout on Autumn Falling. Yeah, so there's that. If you want a better method, I'll also link that down there, but that is my current method on how I mainly solo, and that involves Gold Cowboy and Pursuit, so it has high requirements to copy that one, but I'll put both in the description, so in case you want to check either of those out. So you'll see I did something interesting here with my Cowboy. When I placed him, I went ahead and set him to strongest. Now, if you don't have Gold Cowboy, your Cowboy's only going to do 4 damage. A bad result of this is basically you're only going to not kill them. You can get them down to 1 HP, so you're going to have to lose HP on every single one of those mobs. If you have Gold Cowboy, obviously put Gold Cowboy in and he will just one-shot every single one of these zombies, the abnormals. But if you don't have that, just go ahead and set them to strongest just to save yourself some lives. That'll make sure they all go down to 1 life and not have a bunch more and cause you to die. Now, coming up here to wave 5 and 6, you just want to place a second Cowboy whenever you get the chance to. I was a little slow to place my Cowboy here, so you can see that 2 get by. If that happens, you're fine. It doesn't really matter if you get it down fast enough or not. You may lose a little extra lives if you don't, like I did. I took too long. Now, coming up after wave 7, there's 2 ways to approach wave 7 because you're going to get those heavy zombies. You can either go into a Cowboy spam, which is the option I chose in this exact guide, as it makes for a faster round. But if you want to go for a safer route, go for a 5 Mortar rush. So you'll rush into 5 Mortars after those 2 Cowboys. Instead, I opted into rushing Cowboys, so you'll see that demonstration here. The main reason for doing this is I knew where I was going to place my DJ and Commanders coming up here soon. And I just didn't want the mortars to already be up in the way on the cliff area, taking up the ground space where I want to put DJ and stuff. So because of that reason, I went and opted for a Cowboy rush here, just to watch my backline to save myself some lives. If you're higher, you can actually let these walk through. But for a lower level standpoint, you'll see me placing Cowboys back there to save ourselves some lives. You can really just go about that either way you'd like. I think I lost like a total of 70 lives during this video, so you should be good. As long as you have Mortar and you're level 1 and have everything else, you're good, because you never lost more than 100 lives. Now you can just see me continuing to ramp my Cowboys out. You're just going to ramp as many Cowboys out as you can here until about wave 12. Around wave 12, you want to start buying stealth detection, obviously. And so we're just waiting it out here. And I think, I can't remember if it was right here or not. At some point you can sell those back Cowboys. You won't need them no more. Yeah, alright, here I go. So I sell these back Cowboys off because I no longer need them. I've moved the main focus of all my Cowboys up to where they need to be. Now, for anybody who doesn't want to count, that is 12 Cowboys, by the way. We've crammed 4 rows of 3. In that little area. Yeah, you could actually do another set of 4 if you wanted and crammed them in there a little bit tighter. But then that would cut into your Mortar and Outlaws you could place. So now we're coming up on wave 12, and you can see wave 12 I skip into 13. I've got stealth detection on all 12 of my Cowboys, and now I go into working on upgrading bandanas. Other words known as level 2. Bandana or level 2, whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. And now obviously the first hidden wave's going by. Still just upgrading all my Cowboys to level 2 here. Nothing too special. And if I could make a little more money in the video. Oh. Alright, and then I'm back to upgrading again. So just upgrading, skipping, doing whatever you feel like. If you're not comfortable, obviously don't skip. The earlier rounds you're kind of forced to skip if you want to use that extra money to save yourself, but in the later rounds you don't really necessarily need to do that. Here you see me place my DJ and one commander, and then an outlaw, and then I just decided, you know, I'm going to throw down my 3 commanders just so they're all up in that area for when I decide to place all my outlaws. Nothing's going to... So, I don't know how to explain it. If you put a cliff unit up there, it's going to cover the ground below it, so you couldn't place those commanders or that DJ as close. Now right here I had a outlaw placement problem. It wasn't letting me place there, so I get like a really far spaced out outlaw here, which hurts me later on, and you'll see, but you'll be fine even if you have a small mess up like that. Typically, if you really are worried about it, I'd say sell something and try and place it again, just to fix that. You could probably wait on your commanders till later, but I just rushed into 3 initial commanders, that way I'd have them up to begin with. So something I noticed here is my guys were no longer getting the commander buff that I had upgraded into commander, so I realized that I needed to just get all of my commanders onto the same level. Make sure you do this if you go for a 3 commander rush, that they're all on the same level. That way your guys are going to get that static fire rate buff. Now as you can see, I'm just continuing to rush into my outlaws while also getting them their level 1 upgrades. It's a super cheap upgrade, and it doesn't hurt you that much to get it done. And then I think we move into mortars here in a second. Maybe not. Nope. Wait. Maybe. No. Okay. Yeah. See. So 10 outlaws. So then I move into my mortar placement because I know I'm going to need to get them up. And this is where that issue comes up. So when I got robbed out of being able to place that outlaw as close as it should have been, you can see I can only fit 4 of my mortars here. So what I decide to do is, I believe I upgrade DJ, I think. Do I upgrade DJ first? I grab a few of these upgrades just in case this fallen wave got too far. Yeah, so I grab DJ upgrades. You can see now that it touches that other mountain. And then I put the mortar right as far out as I can. And the biggest reason you don't want to build over than that one is if any of the Templars get over there, they're just going to non-stop stun all your stuff. That's the point of playing DJ and playing on the far back island. So nothing gets stunned. It has free reign to shoot the whole time. And now at, what am I, wave 22? From here I just get all of my cowboys to level 4. After replacing one of them with a commander, this is going to give them a fire rate buff, which is going to generate more money, but also make them more useful for when the Templars and stuff come around and have shields. And we're just going to keep riding this one out. This part's probably going to be our biggest downtime in this whole video. But yeah, because this took a little while, because I had to go level 3, level 4, level 3, level 4. And those are pretty expensive upgrades, to be fair with you. Obviously not using gold cowboy, because that would not make it for everybody to follow if I made this with gold cowboy. So just for anybody who's going to ask why am I not using gold cowboy, there's your answer if you made it this far in the video. Now we continue on. Coming up, I think, on our last 2 rows here. Yeah, we're getting there. This took quite a bit of time, even when I was recording. I was like, dang, we're not making any money. That's partially due to that I upgraded my outlaws here early. So you can see that the outlaws are stealing a lot of the hits here. You could wait to upgrade your outlaws probably a little bit later if you wanted to save money, but to be honest, this wasn't a bad solo round. And like I always say, these don't have to be done exactly step to step as I do. You can really just wing them slightly and change up little things here and there, and you should be fine. And is that my last one? I think this is my last cowboy. Like I said, I'm revoicing over this one. That way we could have the gameplay slightly faster than a 30-minute video. And then you can see I come back over here, and I was gonna upgrade outlaws, but then I was like, oh wait, I don't have my DJ booth maxed out, so I decided to save up and max out my DJ. And then now I'm gonna work on level 2 upgrades for all of my outlaws. And we get all these done. level 2, level 2, level 2, level up, level 2. And then I misclicked Mortar here, and then I just like, I realized I misclicked Mortar before I upgraded, and I was like, you know what, I should just get these upgraded anyways. It's never a bad idea to get some splash damage. So yeah, I just go ahead and upgrade all of them to level 3s. And get that splash damage, because why not? Then I work on some level 3 and 4 outlaw there. Coming into wave 30, so yeah, level 3 to 4 outlaws is preferred if you can have some up at this point, because this is when the tank's going to come in, and the level 3 and 4s are just going to make sure he dies that much faster. And there you go, you see me doing some more upgrades there. And then I decided to opt to get call to arms on every single commander here. This is really important to have done in the later stages of the game, to have your 3 commanders up. This is going to consistently allow you to give them that huge fire rate buff, which is very necessary for clearing these end rounds, but also just making the entire rounds faster as well, because that fire rate really just blows things away. So now basically what you want to do once you get to this point, if you're running 3 commanders, try to chain the call of arms as much as you can while grabbing upgrades in between the timers of those. And you can see I have my commander over there, which I'm going to pop his buff too, because this is a pretty hefty heated moment here. And I was skipping rounds through these later 30s still. Who knows why? Just make things faster. I don't know. Just was like, let's skip. Still grabbing some level 3 through 4 outlaw upgrades. And then we're going back to a commander, and then some more 3 and 4s. Commander buff coming up. By the way, a good way to wait for this is either wait for the animation of the lightning to disappear, or actually just sit on the player frame and wait for the fire rate buff to drop. You'll see it. It'll like switch over to saying it's like 25,000 or something silly like that or whatever. You can either do either one. You can pay attention to the lightning or not. Just make sure you don't overlap them, because if you do that, you're wasting your buff. And then I just opt into level 5 mortars. I max everything, all my mortars to level 5. This is because we're coming into wave 35, which means we're going to be coming into a Templar, and we definitely want the explosives to get him down through that shield. And then now we're working on the level 5 upgrades to outlaws. I also maxed my commanders in there too, so make sure in these 30 rounds you're maxing your commanders, getting mortars. Mortars need to get to level 5 before 35, or at the start of 35, as they're your biggest damage towards the Templar. As I'm continuing to work on outlaws to level 5s. That's also going to be helpful in a sense for shield guys as well. It's a lot more damage for normal guys, but that slightly faster fire rate is helpful for the shields as well. Even though outlaws is not your shield killers, it's just a little extra faster damage, so why not? Plus, you know, you're just going to want it for anything later on anyways. And then you can see me just chaining my buffs and moving into some more outlaw upgrades. At some point we do go upgrade our cowboys to level 5. Did I max out that commander over there? Yeah, okay, so, at some point I maxed out the commander there. You might have to slow down the video a little bit, because it's a little bit faster, because I made this like 150% speed video versus normal speed, so it's a little bit fast. It's kind of hard to keep up with voicing over, to be fair. It's basically the same build. If you need a more like slower video, I'd recommend watching the Autumn Falling and just applying it to what you see here. It's the best way I could put it, is if you're falling behind on this one. And we're still just maxing outlaws here and making sure to chain our call of arms. In these last few rounds, there's just nothing else to do actually at some point. I mean, you'll see that. You'll hit a max out point. Because the DJ and then the cowboys, you're making too much money. So I believe this is where I've maxed out everything all the outlaws, all the mortars, all of my commanders, the DJ, all that's all maxed out. So then I come over here and I just grab the level 5s to my cowboys. The main reason for this is the fire rate is obviously more damage, and obviously that's going to also help tear up the Templar a little bit better than other things as well. And then from there, it's basically just Call of Arms and spamming until you win. Well, spamming Call of Arms until you win. That's all there is left in this here to watch. Yeah. I don't know what else to say except for enjoy the win here. And anybody who was on stream saw this before this video went out, so congrats to the people who are on stream and already know about this. Just spam Call of Arms. Dun, 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 dun. You can just see how the level 5s mixed, level 5 cowboys mixed with the mortars just melt Templar though. Like, he actually dies rather quickly. And then we're in wave 39. And we clean up all this real quick like. And see, honestly, you can see right here that I wasn't even directly on top of my commander buffs. But it didn't matter, because, I mean, it matters somewhat, but it's not exactly life or death if you miss a commander buff. And we're just going to clean up them. Templar goes down right here. Boop. And then it's just the summoner, which dies, like, instantly. Goodbye. Now we're on wave 40. End of the game coming up right here. Like I said, you max out on money here, so it's just a matter of Call of Arms at the end of this game. Nothing too fancy to be done. You could probably skip more rounds than I actually skipped in this video. I wasn't too worried about skipping as much in this video just because I knew I was editing this video as well. And gonna speed it up. Otherwise, I'd say you could probably skip more waves than even I did and get a faster clear than this. And we're just about done here. Look at the Fallen King shielding over there for no reason. He's just wasting his time. I believe the Fallen Guard goes down right here. Alright, now we're on the Fallen King. This is where business gets serious. This is probably the most important part of spamming your Call of Arms is right here. Outside of this, probably not directly as important as it was earlier. And he goes into his half health shield stage. And then goes into his defensive stance. Just keep your Call of Arms going. With 3 of them, you can permanently spam it. You can see that I popped the Cowboys Call of Arms as well, just to give them that little bit of a fire rate buff as well. You can see the Fallen King going down quickly here. We come into another buff. Then he stuns my commanders, but I just recently threw a buff, so I believe by the time we came out of that, I had another buff up, yeah. So it timed pretty well for me, and he's dead. There's your triumph. There's a win. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more solo content or just challenge videos of TDS, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.